Hi guys, welcome to my channel everyone, and thank you so much for watching. What's going on guys? I am Jade. If you're new here, please do me a favor and help me to share this video. Let's talk about this story. Full disclosure, first of all, yeah, when this story first started trending, I didn't even believe that the story was true. And if I'm being completely honest, I'm still not one, you know what? Yeah, now that there are more updates to the story, yeah, I see the story being true. But then again, I don't know. But the first time that I heard the story, I was just like, there's no way this story is true. Like, this does not even make any sense at all. At least to me, it didn't make any sense. Like 400 women. How? With what energy? And we're talking about a situation where the man himself, like he's a married man, he has a wife and he has four small children. And what that tells me, like if you look at the age gap between the children, the pictures of the children, I'm not going to share them here, even though those pictures are wildly spread all over the internet. I'm not going to do that because those children and even the wife did not ask for this. So I'm just going to do my part to like respect her. But I remember just looking at the pictures and just thinking, like, this is not a man that is not getting yash every night. You know what I mean? If na man now with know they serve for night, you'd be like, okay, maybe he's starved, maybe the wife has not been putting out or whatever. That is not even the case in this scenario. Again, I guess I should preface by saying that I'm not justifying, I'm not saying, he was right to do all this because a wife not they serve him again or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that when you even look at his background and you look at the fact that he has all these small children, that alone should already tell you that this is a man who's very active in the Bodua. This is a man that is very active, and wife they do what in wife supposed to do, but somehow this man just like, what is going on? This is the definition. And I know a lot of people are making light of this. A lot of people are taking this lightly, but this is the definition. In case you don't know, this is the definition of that word addict. Okay? S addict. That's the definition of it. Because how is that even possible? And that's the reason why it was so hard for me. Like, wait, first of all, when do you make the time? When do you make out time to do that? In addition to all of your escapades, you still go home and still go do. And this is the kind of man, in my opinion, based on if you just look at all the stories that are trending about him and these 400 women, he's the kind of man that even when the wife will be like, come now, let's do now, he will be the one that will be like, no, I don't want to do today. I'm so tired. She'll be thinking that he's tired from working so hard. Yeah, I guess in a way he's working hard. But normally now, she'll be thinking that she's tired from working the traditional working so hard. Not knowing that while this man is at work, he's busy servicing and entertaining all these people. Allegedly, about 7 or 6 or however out of eight co-workers that are women, he had something to do with. Like the whole thing is so disgusting. Like again, I'm reading all this story about this person. I'm thinking, I hope he's wearing a rubber. Okay, I hope he's wearing a rubber because this is a perfect example of somebody contracting something and going home to infect his unsuspecting wife. Yeah, this is a perfect example of that. Because of the like, what is this? Which kind lack of self-control be this one? Like seriously, which kind lack of self-control be this? Again, like I was saying, I wasn't even, first of all, at the beginning when I first heard about this story, I wasn't even sure that the story is real. I just thought this was one of those stories that are made up, embellished and blown overly out of proportion. But the more I started to like look, again, that 400 is a huge number. uh Don't know if it is exactly 400, if it is up to 400. But even if it's just like 20 sef, it is still like crazy. And all of that was happening inside his office. Ah, my heart goes out to his wife. Oh, my heart goes out to his wife. Because all these things now that have happened, she's still going to have no choice than to stay because she's a product of our society. And she's a very pretty lady. And I was looking at her picture and I was thinking, you see now, every time they'll be talking about how, oh, women this and women that. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. It doesn't matter how easily you drop it for your man, your husband. It's just their problem. It's not your problem. And let this serve as a lesson to all those women that think if I just do enough, if I just do enough, if I just do enough, all of this will be okay. He will finally accept me, will finally be okay with me. Let me tell you, if 100 of your gender could not satisfy him, eh? If 100 of your gender could not satisfy him, don't go and payment yourself. Oh. Don't go and buy yourself. Oh. Don't go and take on an adventure that you're not going to be able to deal with. You're not going to be able to handle. Okay? It's a sickness. It's not a you problem. It's his problem. He's the one who needs to sort things out. So now they are saying that he has been fired. Like all these things. I have so many questions. Number one, did these women even know? Because there are some of the videos where he was looking directly at the camera. Did these women even know? And he wasn't even trying to hide it either. He was very, very he wasn't subtle about looking at the cameras. So now I'm wondering, do these women know that he was recording them? Or was he recording them without their knowledge? And if he was recording them without their knowledge, what was he planning to do with those recordings? Was he planning to use it to blackmail them? Because in all the women that were there, among the women were married women, women who are engaged to men, you know, even relatives and like siblings yashing this man. Like it is so wild. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Somebody says men have several women with their wives, so what's good for the men is also good for the women. But that kind of a mindset, it's kind of, for me, I don't subscribe to that mindset. Because for me, I don't believe that two wrongs can make a right. You know what I mean? I think no matter how bad somebody has treated you, no matter how poorly somebody has treated you don't pay evil with evil. You don't pay good. You don't say, oh, if you can do it, I can do it as well. That has never really sat well with me when I see situations where some women will be cheated on by their boyfriends or their husband or whatever, and then they will then retaliate and go ahead and cheat. For me, I'm just like, why do that? It's not even like they are going to know, the men are going to know that, oh, you have cheated, so let's do a clean slate and start over. Usually in that situation, the women usually do it in secret. So that makes it even bad. If you were really trying to get back at him, do it and tell him that you did. Or tell him before you go and do. But when you're doing it and you're hiding it and you're keeping it a secret and in your mind you think you are retaliating, no. It just means that you have just been looking for an excuse to do what you have always wanted to do. You know what I mean? Um, so I don't think men care that much. Honestly, Maureen says now they know how their wives feel. I don't think like men who are cheating on their wives, I don't think they care that much if they know the women are still going to be at a loss, because the men, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna divorce her. Because that's the thing, they always justify their behavior, and by they I mean the men. They always justify their behavior by saying, well, I'm a man, men by nature are polygamous, men by nature are not supposed to be with one woman, blah blah blah. That's how they justify their unfaithfulness, right? And that's how they justify also dumping a woman who has cheated on them, you know, because it will never be acceptable by society. And that's just the truth. It is unfortunate, okay, but it is still the truth that it will never be acceptable by society for women to take on multiple lovers, whether publicly or privately, especially publicly. It'll never be okay. Society will never accept it. You know what I mean? So when a woman is choosing to retaliate after she's been cheated on, then she's basically, she's not really like, that just means that, oh, this was what she wanted to do all along, you know? But if a woman is like, okay, because she knows that she still wants that marriage, right? And she knows that most men, 99.9% of men, will never tolerate, they'll never forgive cheating, they'll never put up with cheating. Some of them will stick around with you. They'll stick around once you have cheated and you've broken that vow. They'll stick around, but not necessarily because they still love you. They'll stick around for other reasons. Maybe there is a financial benefit that they get from you, number one. Or maybe you cheating and then finding out that you have cheated is just going to give them the ammunition, just going to open the floodgates. It's just going to give them an excuse to do it. Because then they're going to be like, well, I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're doing what I'm doing. So, you know, I think when it comes to that, men do not, some men will say they will forgive, but they don't really forgive. They don't really forgive. They don't. Somebody says, are you supporting their actions? Who are you asking that question? Usman, who are you asking? So they don't really forgive. So my thing is, the reason why I never ever subscribe to that mindset is that if you're in a relationship and you've been cheated on, rather than seek out revenge, if you can forgive and truly, truly forgive, like God forgives us and never look back on our sins, then do that. But if you can't forgive, if you become resentful, if you've started thinking about revenge and how you're going to pay this person back and pay the other person back, my thing is, it's better for you to just walk away. Yeah, it's better for you to just walk away rather than stay in a relationship that is going to bring you misery. Because if you cannot truly, truly forgive, you know, it's going to bring you misery. And a lot of people will swear that, oh, I can forgive, I've forgiven, but that's not necessarily true. Because you're always going to bring it. Every time he goes out and he's supposed to be at home by 4 p.m. and it's 5 or 4:30 or 4:01, he's not home, your mind is immediately going to wander. And you're going to be like, oh, is he doing it again? Is he doing it again? Is he cheating on me again? That's just human nature. Not everybody can forgive through and through. And every now and then, whenever he questions the reason why you are always so antsy about the reason why, or about how late he comes home or whatever, you're going to say, well, I don't trust you, I have a problem with you. Or he might even ask you, don't you trust me? Don't you believe me? And you're eventually going to be like, not really, I don't. And that's just going to drive a wedge. Like it's a double-edged sword. And yeah, you might lose a relationship in the process, but in the process of you simply walking away. But isn't that better for both of you than remaining in a relationship all in the name of I have forgiven his past transgressions, knowing fully well in your heart that you have not forgiven and you have no interest in forgiving. You just want to stay because you're thinking about all the time, all the everything that you have wasted, you know, everything that you have I'm waiting for Usman Ismail to respond to my comment before I know if I should block you. Can't say you didn't hear what my question when I read your comment. I'm waiting for you to respond. Who are you talking about? Before I know whether to block you or whatever. Because one of my biggest pet peeves is when people come in without even understanding. They're not here for the beginning of the conversation. They come in mid conversation and they just jump to conclusion and start running their mouth. I don't like that. Okay? So I'm waiting for you to respond. And if you don't respond, I'm going to block you anyways because I'm going to assume that you were talking to me. Can take your energy someplace else. Somebody says that's why the woman should divorce them and take them to the cleaners when they cheat. Yeah, because at least with that, you can actually get some type of compensation as opposed to staying in a marriage, as opposed to staying in a relationship that really is not conducive, in a relationship where you will never, ever, ever trust this person. You will never, ever trust them. Because your mind, you're always going to be thinking about, oh, if they don't come home when they're supposed to or when they said they would, or maybe you've calculated the number, how long it takes for them to go from wherever they are to the home, you're always going to be thinking about what they might be doing. And that's not healthy for anybody. That's not healthy. That's why you see so many women who are married looking so dejected. They look so haggard. They look so stressed out. They look older than their actual age. You know what I mean? They look older than their actual age because of all the things that they have to tolerate, all the things that they have to put up with, all in the name of, oh, I'm going to work on my marriage. I'm going to stick around. Oh, I'm not going to just walk away because. But every time you accept, you tolerate, you put up with something that you probably should not be putting up with, tolerating, a bit of you is chipped off. Every single time you do that, a part of you is cut off. And before you know what's going on, you become a shadow of your former self. That's why you see, like so many women, supposed married women, that's why you see at some point, after a while, you see the men, and that's why they always say that there's this narrative that the older men get, the more attractive they are, the more good looking they are. Yeah, and that is very true because they don't have to stress about anything, you know. They don't have to. They just have to do what they do, even if they are married, or they just have to keep being who they are, knowing fully well that no matter what they do, the woman that married them will always put up with it. And when you look at the women, as they get older, they look they get more stressed out, and they age quicker, and they look older than their age because they are actively worried about the man that they married. The man that they married who's never faithful to them, who will never be faithful to them, but they have to put up with it because it is a societal expectation, you know? So it's just crazy. Who is this giving me an angry face? Kate Davison from Facebook. Why are you giving me an angry face? If you don't want to watch my video, why don't you just sort off? Hi, UT. Hi, Joyce. Hi. You know? So there's a lot. I'm gonna come and block you, whoever you are, Kate. I don't even know your name. I don't know your face. This is my first time seeing you, and you're giving me an angry face. You are getting blocked as soon as I'm done with this live video. Okay. So I'm talking about how, like, it's not even worth it. It's not. Like, it's so messed up. That's why you see women, when you look at a husband and wife, even in as they approach their golden years, you see the man looking good, you know, handsome, and silver fox or whatever they call them. But the women, like, can't even compare because of this type of situation. So it's so messed up. And this man now, only God knows what kind of infection that he has given to that woman that he married. Only God knows. Like, you cannot be having, I don't want to say that word. Like, you cannot be that active with like 400 women and not catch something at some point. No. Can't be that active and not catch something. Even when you wear a rubber, even when you do that, sometimes it's not 100%. So ultimately, all of these things that this man is doing will take its toll, both physically, mentally, psychologically, on the woman that he married at home. Again, back to what I was saying about his busyness, if you know what I mean. This is a very active man, 6 children. 6. That means they are busy. It's so wild, man. It's so wild. This is why I always say that men will stain your shirt too. Men, they will stain your shirt. Women deserve better. Until women realize that they deserve better, mm, 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 mm. Until they realize that they deserve better. Nah, because this is sick. Like, how do you do that? How do you do 400? 400. That's like 400 different soul ties. Swapping spirits with 400 different women. Jesus! Do you understand the spiritual implications of that? 400 women. And some of them, he doesn't even remember their names. If he doesn't look at the video, he probably won't even remember their face. 400 soul ties. That's what I want people to understand. This is beyond just, oh, it's just physical contact. No, it's beyond that. There are spiritual implications to these types of lifestyle. Every woman that he messed with, he left a part of his body, part of his soul. He's tied. Imagine being tied to over 400 women. Imagine being tied. I know this sounds so sensational. This is such a sensational story. It was actually trending. That was even how I know. I was on Twitter a few days ago, and I was just trying to, like, understand. I was going over what was trending or whatever, and then I saw Equatorial Guinea trending. So I clicked on it, and his videos and his pictures started popping up, and videos and everything. Like 400. Like, that is so wild. That is so scary. That is so dangerous. Like, you have swapped souls with 400 different people. Only God knows what the woman that he put at home is going to be dealing with all these spirits that are following following her up and down that she knows nothing about. Me, I like to look at things beyond the surface. So sometimes I even go esoterical because, we are not alone in this world. These things, these conversations need to be had. So imagine this woman, 400 different spirits that she knows nothing about. She doesn't know where they came from. Now she's now tied to them as well. Hey, Oturu don gbeke. Oturu don gbeke. Okay? Somebody say consenting adults. It doesn't matter whether they are consenting adults or not. Okay? The implications is still dire. Okay? Consenting adults or no consenting adults, or it makes no difference. Just because people are consenting to things does not make it right. Okay? You people have a way of dismissing things, maybe because you are also guilty of that dirty, dirty, dirty lifestyle that you think, oh, consenting adults, it doesn't make it right. Just because they said, fine, do this with me or whatever. What about your moral implications? What about your morality? Unless, of course, you are void. Okay, unless, of course, you are empty. Unless, of course, you are damaged as well. That is the only reason why you will dismiss this and be like, oh, consenting adults. It doesn't make it right. Did his wife consent to it? Did the woman whose heart is breaking as we speak, do you think that man ever told his wife that he slept with 400 women? Do you think he told her that? So the woman who's learning about her husband's sexual escapades on social media and her heart is breaking, do you think she's going to look at it and dismiss it and be like, oh, consenting adult? Some of you are so morally bankrupt that everything is such a dismissal to you. Oh, as long as it's consenting adult, it makes it okay. No, it doesn't make it okay. No, it doesn't. If he was doing this on his own, he didn't have a whole wife and children. Do you know the implications of what he's doing and how it'll affect not just him, but his wives and children? If he was a single guy and he's doing all this other stuff, I'd be like, fine, now you sabi. Okay? Because ultimately, it will still be wrong to me. I'll still call him out for being wrong, you know? But then there are people that his actions are going to directly and indirectly affect. Okay? Listen, somebody say rather than Didi, it doesn't matter. You can do both. Maybe your brain is so small, Dr. Dread, maybe your brain is so small, you cannot do multiple things at the same time. Over here, some of us can walk and chew gum at the same time. Some of us can criticize Didi for doing what he did and also criticize a man who has completely humiliated his wife. We can do both. You can criticize both. You don't have to pick one over the other. So telling me, minimizing the actions of this man because, oh, no, he's not Didi. How do you know he's not Didi? How do you know? You only know what has been reported. Somebody like this, he clearly lacks any bit of self-control. He clearly lacks self-control. So how do you know that he hasn't messed with young children? Please don't bring that dismissive thing over here, okay? Don't bring that dismissive thing. Because Didi, for a very long time, he was doing things and people, there were rumors flying around. But it was only recently that it came out that not only was he having all these freakouts, because I remember when the same sentiment that you are having now is the same sentiment. I'm sure you were one of those people defending Didi with the nonsense about how, oh, they are consenting adults when they talked about his freak-offs. At the beginning, when we were talking about his freak-offs or whatever, There were people defending and saying, well, at least he's doing them with consenting adults, no children are involved. But now, come to find out, the more you dig deeper, the more things come out. Come to find out, he wasn't only doing it allegedly with adults, he was also messing with underage. So who's to say you quick to dismiss it now and say, oh, he's just an adult, they are all consenting adults. What makes you think that it ends there? What makes you think that he hasn't done things to minors? What makes you think he hasn't done things to minors as well? So that's what because people that are morally bankrupt are morally bankrupt through and through. Through and through. They don't have an off button. When that team takes over, they don't care. Nobody is going to tell me, just because it hasn't been exposed, that he's been messing with kids too. Nobody's going to tell me that somebody that will so comfortably do what he's supposedly done to 400 women, nobody's going to tell me that that person hasn't dabbled into other things. What that tells me is that no children are safe. No animals are safe around this man. Come on. No children are safe. No animals are safe. No pets are safe. Nothing is safe around somebody like this. Like, this is so, like, crazy. 400? Nah, miss me with that BS, I beg. Miss me with all of that. They are all consenting adults. Yeah. May you stay with that if that helps you. So imagine all these women that he's doing all these things with. And then he'll still take that same body and take it home and do things with his wife. And then possibly infect her with something that she has no knowledge about. And then when she finds out, gaslight her with one story or another. Like, this is so messed up. This is such a messed up situation. Honestly, it just grossed me out. I was just, when I first heard about it, like, the whole thing just grossed me out. I was like, ew, that is so disgusting. Like, oh my gosh. And then I also thought about the wife, whose face is now plastered all over. Innocent children whose faces are now plastered all over, all because of the actions of this one man, all because of the actions of their father. Joy says they are hailing him. Like, it's so, like, I wouldn't, to me, that is so gross and so disgusting. Like, it's so disgusting. It is so disgusting. Come on. Come on. One man, over 400 women. And some of you are even saying that it was 400 as at the time the videos were recorded, which means it could actually be more. There could be more. And again, I was asking earlier, do these women know that they were being recorded, or was this just something that he did? Maybe he was trying to, like, save it for the rainy day to, like, blackmail them, or what? Did they know? Did they know that they were being recorded? Because I see in some of the videos, he was looking directly at the camera and he wasn't being subtle about it. Yeah, he wasn't looking and trying to act like it was like, and any of the, unless of course those women were in such a euphoric state that they didn't notice that he kept staring at the camera, because me, I'm wondering, did they know that they were being recorded? Did they know that they were being recorded, or was this just another crime on its own? Because recording people against their knowledge is a crime. Okay. Okay. My friend says they knew, some of them even assisted in adjusting the camera. Some of them even assisted in adjusting the camera. Hey, God of mercy. Hey, my gender. Why are you like this? My gender, why are you like this? I just feel so bad for his wife. Like, these are morally bankrupted people. These are just degenerate. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Caddy says, I thought it's 40, 400. I'm it's not 40, Caddy. It's 400. 400. How long was he even at that place? That means every day, depending on how long he was there, that means every single day that he came to work, he was always doing one escapade or another. Or maybe two. Because there are some pictures that I saw where, there's some pictures or videos, I should say, that I saw where he was wearing the same outfit or similar color. I didn't really pay attention to look. I just looked because I knew I was going to do a video about it and I wanted to have a bit of information. But I saw that in some pictures, some videos, he was wearing the same like outfit a couple of times. Maybe they were different days and he was just, his outfit was on rotation. Maybe his outfit was on rotation that day. So he wore the dress, he wore the shirt he wore last Monday, this Monday. Like, it's so gross and so disgusting. And it's just sad. My heart goes out to his wife. Okay. My heart goes out to his wife. Like, Joyce says, I don't want anyone sending me that video, nasty man. Okay, so I was on YouTube earlier. So there's this page. I don't know if they didn't understand YouTube community guideline or whatever. But I was doing the research for this. So I searched for it on YouTube, and then I saw this page where they uploaded about 10 or 15 of the videos. I was like, whoa. Okay, these people, and I was just like, YouTube just let them. And so I went back again because I wanted to do more research. I went back again. When I got there, the page, the channel has vanished because obvious, and there was a note that it violated community guidelines, which I thought was, yeah, So, and now, from what I understand, people are now watching it on Telegram. I don't have Telegram. Is it Telegram or Telegraph? I used to have it, but apparently, if you don't log in for like 6 months, it will automatically cancel your whatever, your subscription or whatever. So yeah, I the last time I tried to log in was like several months ago, and it told me to restart again. I was just like, nah, I don't even use it, But that's where they load a lot of these things. That's where they also loaded the Apostle Suleiman's Bola alleged Bola. So it's on Telegram, and so that's where you can watch it, because Telegram does not have the kind of restrictions and the kind of strict laws that other more reputable social media platforms have, like Facebook, um, Instagram, and YouTube, especially. So yeah, it's from what I understand, it's on Telegram. I don't have Telegram. I don't care to have Telegram. It's not that serious. But again, because Telegram is a platform where everything goes. Didn't they arrest the owner of Telegram in France some weeks ago? They even arrested the owner of Telegram because he was violating certain laws that were supposed to be in place. Oh my gosh. This life. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Like, it's so crazy the things that people do. Nobody, integrity, human decency, nothing, not there again. There again, you don't come out, don't finish. Oh my God. But my thing is, somebody like this, the women were smiling into account. My thing is, somebody like this, it's like, if you really dig deeper, if you don't care to dig deeper, then fine. But if you really want to dig deeper into the kind of person that he is, don't be surprised to learn that it's more than just the women. Don't be surprised to learn that, you know, innocent people too, people that are unable to consent. Don't be surprised that he had probably messed with those people as well. Don't be surprised, because people like this one, they don't just stop there. They don't just stop with one. They keep going and keep going and keep going. Oh my goodness. Um. Oh, 400 videos, not 400 women. Oh. Mm. I mean, what difference does it make? You make 400 videos of knacking women that are not your wife. That is crazy now. Is that any better? It doesn't make it any better. You're having 400 videos. And according to what is being reported, though, these are just the ones, that were recorded, that there are even more. Having pushing with 400 times with people that are not your wife. It's not a flex. It's not, the correction is not needed. Whether 400 videos or 400 women, that correction is not needed. Jesus. Um, Kari say it must be a cult. Joy says lots of people are sick, Jade. Yeah, I agree. I agree. A lot of people, they are not okay. They are not okay. I agree. So this is an update to the story. It says Equatorial Guinea government dismisses anti-graft chief. So let's go ahead and read what is being reported. It says the government of Equatorial I know that people are dismissing this and saying, wow, this is like, I don't think this is something, when you really look at it, this is not something that anybody wants to be happy to be trending over. Honestly, like, this is just wild. So it says the government of Equatorial Guinea has dismissed Baltasar Ibang Ingonga as Director General of the National Financial Investigation Agency Hey gosh, after wildly circulating videos involving him and numerous women surfaced online. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? He's in the financial investment agency. Hope he's not carrying Equatorial money, oh, he's not dashing them money. Hope he's not using Equatorial Guinea money to do this, to run this escapade that he's been running, oh. So the article continues and says the government earlier suspended Mr. Ngonga following the leak of over 400 alleged tapes of him in intimate situations with multiple women, some linked to high-profile figures in the country. The Real Equatorial Guinea reported that President Theodore Obiang ordered the dismissal of Mr. Ngonga, the son of Baltasar, blah, 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 current president of the Economic and Monetary Community. Oh, wow. So his father is the president of the Economic and Monetary Community of Central Africa. So he was using his position. This is very obvious that this was somebody that was using his position to lure all these women in, whatever it was. That's the thing with grooming. A lot of people don't even know that they are being groomed. A lot of people think, oh, the people that are manipulating you, they are so good at what they do that they are able to make you believe that it was your idea. Everything that is happening currently is your idea. That's how good manipulation is. That's how good brainwashers are. They are able to make you feel like, yeah, everything that is happening currently is as a result of what you wanted. It was not because, I was able to manipulate and convince you and brainwash you. No, you wanted this. That's what people also need to remember. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of them figuring you out. They want to make you feel as though you are the one in charge, that the power is in your hands, that you are the one calling the shot, you are the one making the decision. When people are really good at gaslighting and brainwashing, yeah, they can make you believe that whatever it is that you're participating in is something that you chose to participate, and the decision that you made came from your own mind, your own free will. We have to be smart. We have to be smart, guys. So let me keep reading. It says, the newspaper added that according to decree, blah, 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 dated November 4th, the dismissal cites Mr. Ngonga's alleged misconduct in office alongside family and social behavior deemed incompatible with public office. Isn't this what I was saying? This was what I was saying. What he was doing, like by his actions, were so morally bankrupt. You have to think about how his actions are directly affecting his immediate family, i.e., his wife and children. This man has 6 small children, and their pictures and videos and everything are now plastered all over social media due to his own action. Their videos and pictures are plastered all over social media now because of what he did. We can't lose sight of that. We can't just dismiss it and say, ha ha, this is so funny. No. There are so many people in his life, in his immediate family, that are going to be directly affected by what he did due to no fault of their own, simply because they have the misfortune of being in his family. You know what I mean? This is definitely not what any country wants to take pride in. So, like, I absolutely see why he was let go. So, continuing, the article says a state television station in the country reported Mr. Egonga's tapes were leaked when he was remanded in custody at Malabo's infamous Black Beach prison over an embezzlement of public fund. Wow. So he was in remand. He was arrested for embezzling public funds. So you see what I'm saying? He's in the financial um, industry. And can you imagine what he would have done with all the money? Because I know that, some of the women, from what is being reported, that some of the women volunteered and they were very, very willing participants. But then there are those that he probably had to woo. You know what I mean? Take them out, buy them gifts, woo them and get them. Maybe those were the ones that he was trying to blackmail for an evil bigger pay. And then he was dipping into the country's funds, embezzling money to fund this lifestyle. This messed up lifestyle. Like, this is so messed up. This is so messed up, my people. Honestly speaking. Meanwhile, Vice President Theodore directed the country's telecommunication minister, regulator, and telecommunication companies to curb the distribution of the videos. He emphasized that the government cannot continue to allow families to be harmed by the virus circulation of the 54-year-old economist video. He's 54 years old. Yeah. His family, like his wife, like how is she gonna get over this? Because I promise you, whatever you think of his actions, whether you think it's funny, whether you think they are consenting adults, whatever you think of this behavior, I promise you his wife had no knowledge that he was busy recording 400 videos. I promise you she had no idea that he was doing that. Okay. Send you what video? I'm going to block you. Why? Get out of my face. Send you which video? These are the people that are destroying. These are the morally bankrupt people that I'm talking about. We are here criticizing the man's action. There this one goes, send me the video. To do what? You want to use it to touch yourself? Rubbish. So the article continues and say Equatorial Guinea's chief prosecutor has assured the people that if medical tests confirm the economics had a as a STD, he will face prosecution for endangering public health. I love this. I absolutely love this. Like, nobody should encourage this. I absolutely love this. So he's facing prosecution if they find that he has any type of STD. Because this is really is dangerous. Actions have consequences. This is dangerous. People can look at this and laugh, ha ha ha. There is nothing funny about this. There is nothing funny about this. And chances are he has an infection or he has several infections that he would have contracted on account of his escapades. I won't be surprised if he's diagnosed with something. So now they're gonna, yeah, he will face prosecution for endangering the public, is what they said. So just check out the first comment underneath this article. This one says, I bet make una leave this man alone. He only recorded because the women kept coming, information reaching us. It was just a circle of women. They all knew themselves and were sharing the man. Make una leave this man alone. No, you are crazy for saying that. What about his wife? What about his wife? Is she a part of it? Do you know do you know that his actions are going to directly affect his wife? Affect his wife, and his children? What if she contracts a disease that is incurable, that takes a toll on her, and she's unable to look after or care for her small children? Isn't that a direct implication of his actions? Isn't that a direct implication of his actions? He never used protection. Scary. Who wants to bet that this man has so many different STDs that he currently has as a result of this escapade? Hmm. Like, this is, do you know how many other people that these women that he was having all these things with, do you know how many other women, how many other people they would have infected? And then how many people those other people would have also infected, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. And you have people here applauding this and saying 400, yay. Nah, 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 nah. Mm-mm. It's not something that should be applauded or encouraged. No. This man is a pariah. This man is a danger. The danger to the society. This is what he is. So there's another article that I read about him. Okay, so this one is Guinea's first lady. This is a story about the Guinea's first lady and his reaction and her reaction. Oh my gosh. Carrie says, Jade, come and laugh. Oh, this is the reason why children in a particular neighborhood can all look alike. Carrie, don't make me laugh. This is serious. Oh my gosh. Now what? So Equatorial Guinea First Lady Constancia has expressed outrage over the scandal involving the former Director General of the National Financial Investigation Agency, Batasa. Ngoga was dismissed after widely circulating videos involving him and numerous women surfaced online. The First Lady expressed her indignation during a meeting with Prime Minister Manuel, who oversees administrative coordination. Ms. Constancia Miguel also sought to know the strategy the government proposes to mitigate the situation, which, according to her, does nothing but distort and degenerate the image of the Guinea Equatorial women. Of the Guinea Equatorial women. And she's right. She's right. Because this is not good. This is not a good look for anyone. Hold on, guys. Someone need my attention. Uh, but there is only so much you can do now to mitigate the damage, because that video went viral. Those videos, they went viral, and they went, like, you cannot even, not even YouTube, as strict as they are when it comes to their community guidelines, not even YouTube is going to be able to, because those videos are everywhere. People just take them someplace. They are still on Twitter. Twitter is a cesspool for those types of things. So yeah, they are on Twitter. Like I said, they are on Telegraph. Some of it are on TikTok. Depending on the image that are being posted. So I definitely agree with the First Lady that this whole situation does not make the women of Guinea look good. Because unfortunately, as Black people, when something happens, this kind of action, this kind of behavior will happen in other countries, and people will judge those people individually. But as Black people, whether Africans or Black in diaspora or whatever, Black Americans or whatever, we don't have that privilege. Whenever something happens, when one of us does something, the rest of us are blamed for it, are judged by the actions of one person, whereas other races can do things and that are bad and are judged individually, if you know what I mean. So I agree with the first lady of Guinea of the country. So the article says, in a statement posted on Facebook Wednesday, November 6th, 2024, the First Lady press office announced that Mrs. Obiang called for immediate government intervention to uphold the dignity of Equatorial Guinean women and protect their privacy in the digital age. Mhm. Apart from the women who had no knowledge of them being recorded, I don't think that the ones that were even adjusting the cameras and the ones that were willing participate willing participants in the recording, I don't think they care so much about their privacy and how this would affect them. I don't think they care so much because apparently they participated. So continuing, she stressed that the article says she stressed that while the government has advanced gender equality, proactive measures are essential not only to respond to incidents like this, but also to prevent them, to ensure a safe and respectful environment for all women. Prime Minister Osa also acknowledged the situation's impact and emphasized the importance of measures safeguarding individual privacy and the nation's public image. He further noted that the government is contemplating stricter privacy laws as it grapples with the scandal's impact on the nation's public image and gender equality initiative. Oh my gosh. The Equatorian government is really worried about their image in the wake of these images, these videos. It's very obvious that they are very worried about how this will impact the way they are viewed. Don't worry, people will forget. Before you know it now, another story will come that will take people's attention away from this particular one. So don't worry, soon enough, nobody will even remember. Also, because the vast majority of people online are applauding this man. They don't see this as a negative. So I don't know. I don't know. But don't worry. If you're worried about your country's image and all of that, don't worry. Within the next few days, this will blow over. Something else more crazy will happen. Nobody will even remember that. Whenever you even bring it up, somebody will be like, Equator, what? Equatorial, what? Like nobody will even remember. That's how fast things happen these days. So don't worry too much about your image. Don't worry. Mm-mm. Be happy. Mm-mm. Don't worry. Mm-mm. Be happy. It's just really, it's so unfortunate, honestly. It's just a really, really sick situation. There's another story, there's another article that I'm looking for on this matter. Somebody posted and says, watching the video of this Guinea man who shot with 400 women. You see, somebody is saying it's 400 women. 400 women, 400 videos. It doesn't matter. None of them are his wife, so it's bad. Watching the video of this Guinea man who shot with 400 women, and so far all I have seen is women who are well covered, no tattoos, no wild looks, just innocent and decent looking women. But y'all always quick to judge the wild looking ones, the ones with tattoos, the ones that love partying. Well, keep judging by looks. Innocent women do the most laugh out loud, especially those that cover up, especially those ones that cover up. Everybody have their own take on this. Everybody have their own opinion on this. The woman, the story really went crazy. I'm glad that he was fired. I'm very, very happy about that. I'm happy that he was fired because this kind of behavior should never be accepted, should never be tolerated, should never be put up with, because you're sending the wrong message. And it's true. I know I said that, oh, before you know it, something else will come up that will distract people and nobody will even remember Equatorial Guinea again. But, I don't know that to be the case. I don't know that to be 100%. This might actually have direct impact on the country, the way people view the country, because these things, once they hit social media, the internet is forever, as they say. Once these stories hit social media, they are there forever and ever for anybody to go and look up and find these things. So, yeah, the authorities are very right to feel the way that they feel, are very right to be very apprehensive about this and addressing this and pointing out the concerns that they have, because their concerns are very, very valid. Very, very valid. So, yeah, it's quite unfortunate. It's really sad, you know, really, really sad that this is where we are. And so, from what I understand, the video was leaked after he was arrested. So, I think when he was arrested, his phone was confiscated. They were maybe doing investigation and they found all the videos. And the authorities, the people that arrested him, were the ones that leaked the video. That's what I think happened. They leaked the videos because, like, it's crazy. It's wild. Maybe they have also been informed. Maybe that was why they were probably adamant about getting a hold of his phone so that they can see what the buzz is about. Boy, were they surprised. Like, even if you are told, there are some things that not until you see it with your eyes, like you won't even believe, you think they are exaggerating until you see it with your eyes and you be like, whoa, so this thing is true. These people were not exaggerating at all. It's such a crazy situation, you guys. It's so crazy. It's so wild. Joy says, yeah, Twitter is a place of that word. I had to delete my Twitter account because of that. Yeah, a lot of things happen on Twitter. Twitter let a lot of things go. It's even worse now that Elon Musk is the owner. Like, it's just like, do you, boo. Do whatever you like. You want to do whatever on Twitter, go ahead and do it. Somebody says, I bet a lot of Western women are going to take vacations in. Yeah, I see that happening. Curiosity. Oh my gosh. Looks like sex tourism is going to increase now. The Equatorial Guinea people, they better be, maybe something good can come out of this. Maybe this can be the next destination, you know, destination spots for Western people. Uh, uh, I can't even say that with a straight face. I wanted to say it in a joking way. Obviously, I'm joking. This is not good for anybody. But yeah, these are the stuff that sex tourism is made of. Let me tell you. Before you know it now, all your Igbo women that have not been laid since thy kingdom come, all of them will just go to travel agency or start hitting their computers and travel agencies and buying plane ticket to go to Equatoria. You know, I don't know. I barely watched the videos to see what exactly would be enticing about that, his skills or whatever. I was honestly, truly so disgusted, especially when I learned that he actually has a wife and he has kids, you know. Because at first, the videos that I saw, the pictures that I saw that were trending, he looked really young, you know. He's 50 something years old and he looks very young for his age. I didn't even know that he was even 40, let alone 50, you know. So I thought, okay, it was already disgusting to me, but upon realizing that he actually has a family, that just took my whole situation to a whole different level. Joy says, JJ, are right with the Oyinbo women. Yeah, all of them are going to start hitting their travel agents and contacting them and finding out information about EQ, I mean, EG, you know, finding out and what they can. And yeah, he does look young. I was actually surprised. I just learned now. It was when I was reading the article that I realized that I learned that he's actually in his 50s. I didn't know before. I thought he was a young man. Even when I saw the picture of his wife and kids, I thought, oh, he's a young, because his kids are very young. So I thought maybe he's a young guy, maybe in his 30s or, you know. I didn't know that he was already in his 50s. Yeah. So it's a sad situation. It's embarrassing. I see why the people are embarrassed about it. I see why, but I don't think this will do like a great deal of damage to the country's image. I don't think so. I don't think it'll do that. I think because things happen so fast now that before you know what's going on, something else has taken people's attention away from this. For a few days now, this one will fizzle over. So yeah. All right, my guy, my dude, my people. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. And don't share the video. Let it go. Those of you that are signing up to Telegraph, just so that you can go and watch that video, those videos, shame on you. Shame on you. I know that you are not ashamed, but I will still shame you anyway. Those of you that are running to Telegraph to go and watch those videos. Shame, 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 kukubale, shame. Shame, 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 kukubale. Oh my gosh. Ah, who knew that Equatorial? I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Reading about Equatorial Guinea's escapade was definitely not on my bingo card. Ah, ah, now, Equatorial said, no, we will not carry last. Oh, we will not carry last. We must do something to go viral. Before the year ends, we must go viral. How come everybody else is going viral but us? No, we must go viral. Oh, we must go viral. Now they say, we will see you whatever it is that you guys are trending on, and we will raise you 400 women and one man. We will see you on whatever it is you got going for you, and we will raise you 400 plus one. More life no balance. So life no balance. This is wild, guys. This is wild. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Hit the like button and also share this video. I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye. Joyce says 50 with so much energy. Yeah, he does. Probably, you know, this is from stressing his wife. He looks young. From stressing the living daylight out of his wife. Anyways, guys, catch you later. Bye.